Hey guys, welcome back to Outdoors with Jake. Of course, I'm Jake. Today I'm out here on the trap line. I want to bring y'all with me. I'm going to make a few sets here. Today's Saturday. Today's the first day of rifle season here in Virginia. So instead of me rifle hunting, I'm out here setting some traps because, you know, if you're a trapper, you got to put them out. So I'm going to put out a couple of fox sets around here. I'm going to change the view for you. So if you can see in the background, this is just a little spot that I'm gonna be trapping. That tree right there just kind of screams to get a trap put right beside it. It's just kind of right there in the wide open. You can see it for miles and miles around. Well, not miles, but hundreds of yards around. Here in the mountains, you ain't gonna see miles and miles. So you can see here a little bit more in the background. I'll flip the camera around for you. See the little area that I came from. The trail that walks right up through there. See, here's a 2-track. It appears to be. Comes right up through there. And that might have been where the National Forest Agency might have drove through here at one time. Or it could be just 2 deer tracks pretty close to each other. It always seems like it's a laid down spot. But you see, it's a very pretty area. And we're going to give it a shot. I'm gonna put 3 traps out around here. I'm gonna do some dirt holes and some flat sets. So right here behind me, as you probably can see, it's a nice little trail system. So you got a little trail system that goes right up in here. And another one right here and behind me. It's kind of hard to see, but right there, another good little spot. Looks like something's been coming in and out of. And there's a lot of trails wrapping right around this big, huge brush section here of autumn malls and everything else. So I feel like this would be a good little spot. You know, like I said, I'm just a novice trapper. I'm just kind of going off the field a little bit. I'm not seeing a whole lot of sign right offhand. But for me personally, it just kind of feels good. Looks like a good area. Heck, why not? Kind of shooting in the dark a little bit. Let me set this camera up for y'all, and I'll show y'all how I'm going to do a dirt hole set here and see what y'all think. Alright y'all, this is the spot I'm putting up my dirt hole set here. Of course, got my bucket here right beside me. Not really an angle view and camera view right now, but right here is a nice little setup, I feel like. As you can see, there's a cedar, top of the cedar here is laying. Just kind of has a nice little diamond shape. Y'all can see that on camera there. And I'm going to put that trap about right here in the center of that triangle. I'm going to put a dirt hole right here at the apex of that triangle, and it just seems like a very good natural funnel. Nothing dramatically getting changed here in the area. Something coming through this pathway, working around this brush here. Gonna be walking by, meandering around. Hope that dirt hole catches eye. Maybe the scent will. Trap will be set right here, nice and in place, and hopefully when he goes to investigate that, we'll have us a catch. So I'm gonna start out here. Get some of my stuff out. I'm just using a Milwaukee drill, auger. This is the auger from my video talking about my trap setup, my trap pack setup a little bit. End up taking it to work on my free time at lunch and grinding it up a little bit, taking some of that paint off, re-welding it. Works like a jiffy now. I'm gonna end up putting right here a 1.5. Like a 1.5 would be a good little size. This might catch a coon coming through this area, something of that nature. So, got a couple 1.5s. I do have a number 2 Victor. I'm going to try to put out maybe around that tree I just showed y'all. I think it's going to be a nice little spot for one. This little container here is something I kind of add, just a old coffee container. Keep some peat moss in it. Keep it a little weatherproof here, a little freeze proof. Got my sifter, of course. I'm going to be using pogos out here. This is my pogo driver I made. Have some 1.5 inch pogos. Pretty soft soil out here around this field, not too rocky, so perfect place for some pogo anchors. So I'm going to be using that right here. This little set. I'm going to have some gray fox urine, some jet fuel by Justin Jet from Hoosier Trapper. And I might sprinkle in a little bit of Top Dog Predator bait. Hopefully that'll do the trick for us. So I'm going to start off. We'll kind of clear this area out a little bit. Clean it up. Get some of this junk out the way here. I'm going to put my set. Got a root right here in the way. But we'll work around that. I kind of got them all digged up here. Get some of this clump of grass out the way. You can see, I mean, this ground's pretty soft. Got some rocks in it. I'm going to hoe me out a spot just barely big enough for this trap to go into. I'm going to do it deep for rain, and deep enough to get my stake system down in there, get all my chain, everything nice and down in the hole, so it won't interfere with the trap when I'm bedding it. And I'm going to get all this stuff out the hole, and I'm going to bring you a little closer down here too, so you can see a little bit more what I'm doing. Bring y'all in a little bit closer here. So I got my hole set. It's a little bit wider than I want it to be. But man, this ground right here is full of roots. I was trying to get these roots out the way. I'm gonna put a couple pogo anchors in right here. So, as y'all might have seen from my one video how to make these bad boys. This is the driver for them that I have made. And it's nothing super fancy. It's kind of crude for a pogo anchor driver probably, but it works good. You see the pogos are right on in there. Might not seat like a commercially bought one, but hey, it works for me. I'll get it kind of started in there. If I don't hit a rock, no my luck. I'll probably hit 20 rocks. Drive around the ground. Do it to where that thing is flush. If I can get it out of the ground now. Oh, we had a sticker. It got stuck on us, okay? Like I say, we ain't perfect, and we're going to show you everything. My failures and my successes, you will see them all. For me, this is the real world, and I don't mind showing you that kind of stuff. Let's try again here. Hopefully we don't get stuck on the stake again. Try to get down the same hole. Got a rock. Kind of just ease it by it, hopefully. Oh yeah, we got that time. Okay. Kind of set it. Give it a good yank up, nice and set. One thing about these pogo drivers, this is one I made, I used mild steel. So I'm going to show y'all there. You hit just one little rock with a pogo anchor. That's the biggest downfall. It'll widen that thing out. I got a rock here. I'm just going to kind of close it up a little bit. But there's one downfall to a pogo anchor. They're nice and easy, cheap to make. The drivers are the downfall, especially if you're using like a mild steel. If you use something hardened, it definitely helps out a lot more, like a hardened steel. Maybe if I just take a nice grade 5, grade 8 bolt, cut a piece of this mild steel off, weld the bolt onto it, grind it up, make it look nice and neat, and do the cuts again. That hardened steel will help with that. So that'll be a future modification. For right now, I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to double stake this, just because I just like to double stake, just like that extra security. I mean, why not? If I got plenty of them, let's just throw them in the ground. I'm not no fast setter. I'm not some tried and true pro that's on the run, on the go. You can put out 200 traps a day. Hats off to y'all guys that can. Me just getting into it, I'm not no professional, that's for darn sure. And I admire y'all that can do that. For me, putting 12 traps in a day, that's a journey. So let's see if I can get another one in here. We're about close to it. I'm going to drive this one in. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, we got bite. There's another rock there. But as you can see, you just drive in the ground. Do the same thing. We'll give it a little twist, a little shake. There it is. Our pogo anchor made it one more time. I'll take the end of my driver a lot of times. Fit it right through that loop. And just give it a yank up like that. There it is. It's nice and set. So, I have my anchors in the ground. I have a trap right here. I'm going to take this trap and I'm going to use a quick link, which I might put in my pocket. Yep, here we go. Have a quick link right here. Maybe I believe it's 1/4 inch. Yep, 1/4 inch quick link. I have this cross staked. I'm just going to put both of them bad boys right through it. I'm going to come over here with my anchor. Put my trap through my anchors, my quick link here, through my swivel. And I'm ready to rock and roll, guys. With all this. There we go. Okay. There's that. I'm just going to take that, kind of push it in the ground, get some of that dirt on top of it. So I'm going to take some of the old dirt I had here and put it back in the hole. Get some of this stuff out my way here. Get my sifter out. Sift some of this dirt back into the hole. Make sure I keep out some of these sticks and stuff. Rock. A lot of rocks over here still, even on top of the ground. So I want to make this a nice depression. Kind of want to make it a little step down, so when this critter comes up to it, there's a nice little bowl there. A lot of trappers seem to really like that, and I kind of like that idea. I think North American trappers and trying to think Coon Creek, a lot of them like that little step down to their set. And I think that's a good thing. It's a nice little funnel, a nice little natural, not too aggressive look to your set, to where, you know, if I take sticks, a bunch of sticks, and try and make a big old TP here to, you know, really try and hardcore funnel them animals, it might deter them. So just a nice little depression. It seems like a lot of great trappers have a look out of it, and hopefully that'll help me out too here. So there's some more of this stuff on the ground. There's more of that dirt that I took out back in there. It sticks out. Okay. We got a nice little depression here. Got a little root. It's kind of in our way, but we're gonna make use of that root. In my mind, I think it'll work perfect. So I'm gonna take the trap. Go ahead and set it. Trap nice and set here. Oh yeah. There's my trap. It's no BS. Oop. No BS 1.5. Make sure it's good. Oh yeah. She is ready to rock and roll. I am going to adjust that. Tension is pretty good, but I am going to adjust that pan a little bit. There we go. Alright guys, I'm going to start putting my dirt hole in here. And you can hear some of them rocks in there. I'm just going to try and get this thing nice and deep down in there. Then I'm kind of going at a low angle here. Kind of get started, get past maybe some of them rocks. There we go. There we go. There's our hole. We'll battery's getting a little low on the drill. Have to put a new one in it. There we go. I'm going to clean it out a little bit. I'm going to take some of that dirt too. From that. Put it in here. Use that dirt to our advantage. I'll bid this trap a little better. Get some stems and sticks out the way. Nice and packed in there. Take the hammer here. Not really tap it in there. This ground is pretty soft around here. Kind of shockingly. I figured it'd be a little bit tougher. Which is fine. We'll make it work. Try and get some of that looseness out. Alright. About got all that. I put my makeshift pan cover on because I forgot my wax paper in the truck, so I have a piece of plastic here. I just want to use that instead. Stick that underneath there. Set her down. Get it good packed. Oh yeah. She's coming together very well. Alright, so I got my makeshift pan cover on. Put down this here cover. Trap's nice and bedded. You see, we've got a little spring to it, but and this ground we're working with here, it is pretty soft. It doesn't really want to pack all that well, so we'll live with it. We'll just cover up a trap. Got all the debris, everything else over here. I'm just scratching all up, really trying to blend the set in. Kind of brush a little bit here. Trying to even all this out. So there's that. I'm not going to really quite use the peat moss right now at this set. Right now it's still November. I'm just going to go with the natural cover for right now. Maybe here in the next few weeks I'll throw some peat moss down over top of it. So, yep, there is that. There's my dirt hole set. Get some more of that dirt, nice dirt in there. It's pretty fluffy here, so I feel like the peat moss maybe not be a necessity. We'll give her a shot. A little bit of that grass back in there. Get some dirt took out back in there. Okay. Now for me, I have about the net hole to center of my pan about 8 inches. About 8 inches away. So we'll clean this up a little bit more. I'm going to just take this pogo anchor here and just kind of get down in there a little bit better. Just kind of rough it up a little bit. Put a nice rock right here. I dug up, kind of close that hole up a little bit more. Kind of make that animal have to kind of work at that sit a little bit. Maybe a little bit more investigation to it. I don't want to make it too easy. I don't want to make it too easy on them. So, all right, guys, that is my set, and you can see you have a nice little depression here. You have a nice dirt hole, kind of angled at a good angle to where an animal, give or take, would have to be about in this spot to really start seeing down into the hole. Plus, we have a rock kind of barely screwing that hole, so if the animal really wants to investigate, then we'll have to start kind of working the set. So here's my set, y'all. I have my center of my pan's about right here. My dirt hole is right there. It's about give or take 8 inches. It's a little bit offset too. It's not completely dead on to the hole. I have a rock here, like I was saying. The rock is just kind of screwing that hole a little bit to make that animal want to work that set, hopefully. So y'all, I'm gonna throw some lure in this hole, and when I throw the lure in, get it all squared away, I'm gonna move on to the next sets and just keep on trucking. Starting to lose a little bit of daylight. I kind of started a little bit late in the day, but that's just fine. So guys, thank y'all for joining me. I hope maybe this might help out a novice trapper out there like myself. This is what I'm doing. To all y'all more experienced guys, give me your feedback. Tell me what you think I can do a little bit better. I'm open to the criticism, so just give it to me. I like a little constructive criticism. So guys, just let me know, and like and subscribe, and come on out with me again. I'm going to still be putting out some more traps. Hopefully I get some different other kind of content out there. Thank y'all for watching my squirrel video. So like I said, like and subscribe, and come back for more, fellas. See y'all. Alright y'all, here's the coon I just killed. He's a very good sized one, as you can tell. I mean, look at the fur on him. Nice and pretty. Alright guys, as you can see, I got my dirt hole all set back up again. This set is all ready to go. I have it bedded all over again. I ended up discovering my hole after a little digging around. I just put some more bait back in it, some more of that Blue Ridge Fox bait, and wedged that rock back to kind of how I had before. So that animal, whatever it is, trying to get that bait, will have to work the set a little bit. So yeah guys, I'm gonna go get this coon back home and get ready for another day on Trapline tomorrow. So see y'all guys, and hope y'all have a good one.